that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. On first down, Franks. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career. And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Franks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in Week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season. In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Pick your game up. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Second and long. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Set. Check 60, orange. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Chopper.
On 1st and 10, Franks. Pressure applied. inside, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Scene 6. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Franks. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let happen.
Back to throw. Franks. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Blue dot Quarkers. Mike 55. Hey, eat. You can't block me. Showing it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Bravo! Mike's 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Ready. Let's go.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The kick by Carlson is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 start. Rock it. 37's the Mike 37. On the mic.
Throwing on first down. Kane. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man. Complete. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Looking to throw. Kane with a catch made by Hopkins. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check nickel. General, West.
Second and 10. Going left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 16 out clock. 16 is a loss.
They'll run on first down. Allison. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 10 Tucson. 59. Mike to 59. Let's go.
Back to throw. Franks. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 17.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a give, right side. Chandler. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go. Screen. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Now.
On 3rd down, Kane. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Patriots send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Bring it. Mike 59. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Time to go right now. 25. Let's go.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
You might. Let's go, let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, Allison. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
It's our time. No. Oh. Topper. Slam. Go.
Jacobs now. Finding some room at midfield. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Ready. 90. Wolf. Check it backer. Greystone travel. Shit. Ready, go.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Check hot.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Let's go heavy.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Raiders first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Jacobs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Here's second and goal operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he missed it. It's no good. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, turn it up. 36. Hurry, get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Kane flushed out right. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking to throw. Kane. And he will find his man on the outside. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Hey, exit. 52, Mike, 52. They can't hang with us.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Kane. It's complete to Hopkins.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A lot of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, Delta. Where's 52? Black 52.
Back to throw. Kane. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the night. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, get in the weight room. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Recon, 132 fight. 59 Mike. Check, 59. I got you. I 7. Let's go. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Second and 11. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 53 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Franks. Catch made. It's Moreau. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Raiders first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Now a carry for Jacobs. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Charlie.
He didn't even try. A signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal.
I got you. Orbit. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike, check. 59. Exit. 80 weapon. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Ready.
Off play action. Franks. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Matchbox, right. Under 10.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
General West.
Now they try the right side here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
They'll run on first down. Carlisle. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the 20-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Carlisle, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Kill. Hey, watch that. Check. Protein spill. Fire.
On 3rd down, Carlisle. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". It's just me and you.
Off the play fake. Franks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Got an open man. It's QT. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Come on, set. 30 pace. Let's go. 56. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Wide, get wide. Protein spill. Slam. Hut up. Ready, go.
On first down, Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
56. Get ready. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go. Chopper.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
56. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Back to throw. Franks. Flush to his right.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second and 13. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it 24-13. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home. In the old days, you had to wait to get the video for your next game. You had all those. So you were really a day behind. Now the video's on their computers as they get on the plane to head back, so they can get a lot of work done on the plane while they celebrate.
It's going to be